Welcome back to 101 Sports. I'm now joined at the desk by Ben Naughton and Melissa Connor. Guys, we're here to talk a little bit about the Midwest bracket and some mid-majors. Melissa, I'll start with you. Which mid-major could do the most damage?
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go to my go-to team, and I'm gonna talk about Creighton. And they play Alabama first, and I honestly think that they can beat Alabama. I mean, the SEC is decent this year, but I think they can beat Alabama. And I honestly think that they have a fighting chance against UNC. I know everyone talks UNC up and says UNC is great, but
I don't know if they can beat Alabama. Alabama's a very good defensive team. I'm going to go with the team in Belmont who plays Georgetown. Georgetown is a very, as of late, inconsistent tournament team. Belmont shoots the lights out of the gym. I want to say the top 5 in the nation. They play good defense. They have 5 guys, or rather the 5th guy is almost in double figures. I think they could surprise some teams and maybe make it to the Sweet 16 in there.
Right. I think that both of y'all have some great points. I think both those teams can do very well. Moving on, though, we're going to talk about kind of the higher-seeded mid-majors. We're talking about the Temples, the San Diego States, even Creighton maybe, St. Mary's. Ben, who do you got?
I'll take San Diego State. I think their coach, Steve Fisher, they've overperformed this year. Their potential's, it's not that great this year. They're playing better than they should be, and I like NC State. They're coming hot off of almost beating North Carolina in the ACC tournament. I like North Carolina State in this game, and I think San Diego State out in the first round.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about. I thought this question was about which higher seed would not do well.
Right, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I think Ben took that, but go ahead.
And I was going to talk about St. Mary's. I don't think they're seeded pretty high, and I don't think they're going to do well.
I like that.
Like their first game, they might win, but I don't think they're going to win. And their second game is probably going to end up being definitely lost. So I think they're not going to make it anywhere, and I don't see why they're seeded so high. So.
Right, and I think that both those teams do have a lot to worry about. I think that you have a great point with San Diego State. They got a lot to match up with in NC State.
Right.
Moving on, though, Melissa, give me your Elite Eight. We're going to talk about the best teams now.
I mean, obviously the pick here is going to be UNC Kansas, and I think that's most likely what's going to happen. But I also want to mention NC State. They might not make it to Elite Eight, but I think they're if UNC or Kansas, one of those two doesn't make it, I think it's the next one to watch out for because they put up a good fight against both Duke and Carolina this year, and I think they're a threat.
I do like that NC State pick. I don't think they can match up though when it comes to down low in the blocks against Kansas rather. So I'm gonna go with you and say UNC Kansas. They're just too athletic for all these other teams in this Midwest Conference.
Right, and it looks like we're all in agreement here. Kansas and UNC. With a little bit of a mention from NC State, but we're going to go with Kansas and UNC. Anyways, we have to take our final break, but when we come back, Greg and I will take control of the brackets, and Christian Bender will help us make our picks for who we think will be the last team dancing. You're watching 101 Sports.